Hello and welcome to the first ever Be Seen trial game, location football and the non-league promoters, hosted here at the beautiful Aveley Parkside Stadium. Now, let's give you a little bit of history about location football. Myself and Scott both worked at Soccer AM for multiple years. I was about 16, Scott was about 8. And our passion is non-league football. And the journey started about 3 years ago when we started visiting grounds all over the country and just started to look at ways of giving these clubs a little bit more exposure. The channel has grown immensely in the last 3 months. We've had 5 million views on one viral clip. Subscribers are growing up, so it's absolutely fantastic. The non-league promoters have been creating profiles for non-league players for years, trying to give these lads an opportunity to be seen. And that is exactly what we're hoping to happen today. The sun is absolutely beating down on this artificial pitch here at Aveley, who themselves have had an incredible few seasons, back-to-back promotions, and they finished 7th in the National League South and had a playoff game against Maidstone, which unfortunately they lost. But lads, just have a little pan around the stadium here. It's incredible. The players are starting to turn up as well. The format of the game is quite simple. It's going to be a 90-minute game, roll on, roll off subs, but we're hoping to make these subs every half an hour. We've got match officials, proper officials. It's a legitimate game, and we're very excited. So again, the purpose of this match is to give lads the opportunity to be seen online. It's going to be streamed live. This is live right now. And we've got some scouts coming down from a variety of levels. So whether lads have played Step 3, Step 4, Step 5, there could be a scout here or watching at home who might be interested in signing them. Again, all these lads have either been released from academies or they have come from a non-league team and the season's finished and maybe their contract's not been renewed or they're looking for a new challenge. So what we've got over here, by the way, it is just me and Scott who are doing all the production on this, mainly Scott with all the technical stuff. I'm sort of just walking and talking and getting a few bits together, like today's match balls, which are over here. Big thank you to Gemma Oakes at Mercia, who's provided us, not with 2, but with 8 mitre balls, proper balls. I was up pumping these last night. Get on them, blathers. Look at that. And as you can see in the background, a few of the players are just arriving. So let's take you through up onto the gantry where we will be hosting this live event. So up here, obviously, if you don't know how to stream work like me, Lav has put this all together. We've got all the equipment, 2 cameras, but just 2 bodies sorting it all out. So it's a big task, but we're very excited. It's that nervous point where we're not sure how many players are going to turn up yet. We've got like 30 on the list, but we've got at least 10 here already. The kickoff's not till a little while. We've got time to go, but let's take you inside. This is what is happening. So when the players arrive, they will come in, they will sign on the dotted line. You've got Callum and Liam there who are sorting it out from the non-league promoters. Let's go and have a look at our location football kits. Make sure no one's getting changed. Well, lads, you all right? How are we feeling? Yeah, nice and chatty. Does anyone know anyone? You do know each other? Okay, cool. So, obviously today we're hoping that you guys have just got an opportunity to play football. Don't go out there and kick lumps out of each other, because that's not what it's about really. But like I say, with our exposure of location football and the non-league promoters, we're hoping that for those of you that are looking to find new clubs, you can do that exactly. We've got some nice kits, got some nice balls, but ultimately just go out there and express yourself. And like I say, we're streaming it live right now. So the opportunity of people watching it afterwards, we're going to clip social clips up of all you boys as well. So yeah, just go out there and have fun and don't take it too seriously. But obviously the main thing is enjoy yourself. Yeah? Cool. Lovely. Oh, what a lovely bunch of lads. I was going to show the kits, but there's too many of them sitting on it. So let's just come out finally, lovers, as we finish up out here. This is the walk the players will make out onto the pitch. Like I say, players are getting ready. We're getting close to kick-off. few nerves in there as well, probably. But we're going to have time to watch all these players play, and then the game will kick off very shortly. And here are the players that have been selected for today's trial game here at Aveley Football Club. We've got the non-league promoters on the left and Team Location Football on the right. Joining me now on the stream is Callum from the non-league promoters. Callum, what kind of players have we got out there today?
We've got a lot of talent out there today. So we've got a lot, well, every single player here has played at least step 4. We're looking at, lads that want to get into National League, at very least at step 3 as well.
Tell us about the non-league promoters. You do it with your brother Liam. What's it about? Why do people get involved in the website, profiles that you create?
So, yeah, basically, it was during COVID, we had a bit of a crazy idea, wanting to think of a way of connecting players and teams and all that sort of thing. Liam was actually managing at the time and I was his assistant, and we were really struggling for players and things like that. So it's location outside your network pool. How can you get in contact with these guys? So we come up with the idea with the website, basically like a profile for yourself, so you can actually, get yourself out there and get contacted by managers and, by location and all that sort of thing.
And can anyone sign up any level?
Any level, absolutely any level. It really doesn't matter. We're getting some real good talent on there now from, professional players all the way down to, step 6. So it's for everyone. It
wouldn't be non-league without some stories of players not being able to make it, train delays, but some players have come quite far today. There's one lad that's come from Birmingham.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant, isn't it? Like, to be honest, I'm just like shocked at some of the level that, or how far these guys will push themselves to get a chance, an opportunity. It's brilliant.
Yeah, how important are games like this for players that have either fallen out from academies or find themselves out of contract at step 3, 4, 5?
Yeah, it's massive, isn't it? Because the guys are, they're looking for every opportunity they can, and there's so many guys wanting to play for good teams, and that's what we want. We want as much opportunity, and for the teams as well themselves, they want a bigger pool of players to choose from, and it's all there. So days like today, it's about for all the guys to really showcase themselves and put themselves out there.
And it's a great partnership for us, Location Football and yourselves. This was something that was meant to happen a year ago, but unfortunately fell through. So a year later, here we are at Aveley. We've got 30 plus players out there in our kits. We've got match officials. It's a really exciting time, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. From the disappointment of last year, it's going to be, hopefully we put on a good show for everyone. Hopefully a lot of people tune in, on the live stream. We've got plenty of scouts here watching today as well. So yeah, really excited.
Do scouts get in touch with you to see what kind of players you've got on your database, or do they get on as well?
Do you know what? It's all everyone. So it's not just the scouts, managers, clubs, everyone they all get in contact and say, what have you got at the minute? And the thing is, it's open and free. The website's, anyone can see it, so all you have to do is scroll through it, put in your filters and you're away.
And what is it about non-league that you and Liam love? Because me and Scott absolutely buzz about it. It's our passion, and I feel like we share the same passion for it.
Yeah, it's just great, isn't it? Like the fans, just everything about non-league football is it's brilliant. You like guys dropping out today, but we had a lad that turned up. Just turned up.
Yeah, Axel, wasn't it?
Axel, yeah, just turned up, and I love that. And we've given him an opportunity because he's put himself out there. Why not?
Yeah, it's important that these lads get that opportunity, and I guess it shows their sort of character. The ones that have turned up. It's very easy to say, "Oh, do you know what? It's a lovely sunny day. I don't want to play today."
Absolutely.
But you need that character, you need that passion and drive to be successful in non-league.
Absolutely, and it shows to the people that have turned up today and to the guys that are going to watch. These guys are the ones here. They want this. They want to play at as high a level as possible.
Absolutely right. Give us your mic back. We are live, so you've got bits to go and do. The referees are out on the pitch at the minute. It's getting very close to kickoff. I think we're about 4 minutes away. We're just actually quite happy that the kits fit, because some of these lads are absolutely built like a brick, you know what. But it's unbelievable. Again, thank you to Pro Kit UK for supplying these football kits for us, the home and the away teams. We've got mitre balls coming in from Gemma Oaks at Mercia, which is absolutely fantastic. Kickoff, it looks like it's going to happen very shortly. Was hoping for a little bit of a walkout, Nicholas, but I don't think we're gonna get that. But But yeah, as you can see behind me, we do have some scouts at different levels that have come here to watch the game live, which is great. And some of the players are making their way back in. It's a very hot day out there as well. So like I say, the sole purpose of this trial game for us and the non-league promoters is to give these lads a platform that may not exist, to be out there and showcase their talents, and hopefully we can put a few players into different clubs, whatever level it might be. You might have seen mine and Scott's video from Cheshunt FC in the Isthmian Premier League at the start of the season. It was another hot day like this. It was a bit of a spoof in terms of me going there on trial. I'm certainly not at the level to play in the Isthmian Premier League, but players came in their numbers and turned up looking for that opportunity. And the brilliant thing that Craig did down at Cheshunt was, if players weren't right for his level in the Isthmian Premier League, then he would do another game that would try and help these lads find their level. So it might be a few steps below. The referees are in the centre. The goalkeeper coach is here as well. I think a few of the players know each other as well, because we've got a few of the blue shirts mixing in with the white shirts. So it's interesting to see how these players will cope with not knowing their teammates. As I say, this is our first trial game. It's all very exciting. The players have been out there for a little while now. Match officials all set. And it's looking very interesting. Lavas, how are you feeling about this, being the tech man?
I think we're on the internet, so yeah, fairly happy. So yeah, if you can also just give it a like to try and get it shown to as many people as possible. But yeah, we've got a few people watching, so I think it's going all right. Very excited.
Yeah, as I said, this was supposed to happen last season, but didn't. But good things come to those who wait. We have got some really good, talented players out there. The lads, Liam and Callum at the non-league promoters, have done a fantastic job in selecting these players. It's a free-for-all. People could message in, but they have been sort of handpicked through their database, which you can visit at the nonleaguepromoters.co.uk. We've got 2 cameras on this shoot. You'll have the main camera that Scott's operating, and then there's an interview camera where we hope to speak to some of the scouts that are on show today, and it wouldn't be non-league unless Scott is asking a few people to move from their seats so you can get a nice clear shot. We have hit 11 o'clock. The final goalkeeper has come out in his own little jersey. Maybe the one that we got him didn't fit, but that does look pretty smart. I think he's a goalkeeping coach by the looks of things, because it's got some sort of logo. But we're going to do a walkout. The players are going to make their way out from the tunnel. Scott, do you want to go and make sure that the main cam is clicked on? Are we on that one? Okay, so I can take my seat in our commentary position. It is just myself. I won't be nattering the whole way through. And there we go. You can see the remaining players coming inside of Aveley Parkside, who had a fantastic season in the National League South, reaching the playoffs and just missing out by losing to Maidstone United. Lordon Akolbire, who had a great season, didn't they? They're probably disappointed not to have got promoted, but they did have that fantastic afternoon, should I say, in the FA Cup against Ipswich, my employers. So we'll let them have that one, because Ipswich are now Premier League. So like I say, bear with us. It is just me and Scott manning the production on this. Scott is our main cameraman, and I'll be doing some match commentary for this Be Seen trial game between the non-league promoters and Location Football. I think we're almost set. That is the non-league promoters goalkeeper, who actually turned up this morning after the other goalkeeper dropped out. We did have 3, just to give everyone a fair crack at the whip. And this lad answered a phone call at 9 a.m. to join us here at Aveley. So thank you to him. I believe that is James Askew. The suspense is happening as Scott pans round the stadium. And here come some of the players. Not sure where the other team are. Normally people would get a round of applause when they came onto the pitch, but not today. It's too serious. It's a trial game. These lads' futures are on the line. They're trying to get seen by some of the scouts in attendance and hopefully some of those watching at home. It's our first trial game of the season ever, actually. Really interested to see the calibre of player and how these lads work together to showcase what they're about. Once again, thank you to Pro Kit UK for supplying us with the match kits. Basically asked a favour from my dad's mate, Mark. So Mark, thank you very much. Do go and check out some of their stuff. They look after a lot of teams in non-league and the Football League. They've got loads of kits and stuff like that. Everything you need. If you're looking to start a team or if you've already got a team, they've got everything you need. That's a lovely pull shot there, Lavers. Really like that one. Waiting for the last two to come out. Here they are, followed by our match officials. Thank you guys for doing this. These are some proper referees and linesmen. They've all refed and officiated at a very good level. Let's hope it's a nice clean match today. We have pre-warned the players that it's about them showcasing their talents, not how hard they can tackle. Few players just introducing themselves, the goalkeeper and the centre-back for the non-league promoters, which is probably integral that communication is key. We don't have captains, so someone's going to have to do the coin toss. We've got number 9 of the non-league promoters, which is Temi Babalola. And I can't quite see the number on the back. Number 4 for location football, which is Alfie Cutbush. I do apologise to any of the players out there today if I do pronounce your surname incorrectly. This is the first time I'm seeing them. Here we go then. It's the first non-league promoters versus location football Be Seen trial game. Good luck to everyone out there. And for anyone watching at home, if you're interested in any of the players, then do go to the non-league promoters website. As you can see, first scout there with a baseball cap on. Must be a scout. Interesting to see how these lads set up and try and play. It looks like a high press from the non-league promoters. That's a lovely touch there. And non-league promoters gain possession. Number 5, Joe. That is a lovely diagonal switch. If he gets on the end of that, that is a superb ball. It's what we like to call a diag. Oh, there's a helicopter and a plane going over the top there, which is, they look quite close together actually. Back to the action. I think I accidentally leant on a button there and it was a wrong camera angle. Getting carried away. Say, location football production here, just me and Scott. doing our best to put this game out there to people watching at home. Has he kept that in? He has. Delightful cross. And number 11, Samir, for non-league promoters. Number 11 for location football, Max Browndon. Lovely bit of play, intricate. Great tackle there from number 4. There's a chance coming down the right-hand side for location football, and that's going to be ushered out for a throw-in. Good start so far from the players on the pitch. Off the pitch, I did lean on one of the buttons and it did change the camera angle, so that I do apologise. Could be the first shot of the game for location football. Lovely bit of play here. Very impressed with the standards so far. We've got some really good technical players on the ball. Lovely play there from location football. You're not going to miss that goalie in the green, who looks quite similar to Pat Nash. And for anyone who's been following our channel, we did a video about Pat Nash, who was at Farnham Town, and it went viral. He's the player that was at Everton and turned down a contract extension because he wanted to go out and play non-league football to gain match experience. The club didn't agree, so they parted company, and then Pat went on to play for Farnham Town in an invincible season, and he's now got to move to the National League with Aldershot. So congratulations to Pat Nash. But yeah, that video for us did absolute numbers. It's across the channels, 5-6 million views, I think it is, 6 million in total. And we gained some lovely subscribers from it. So if you are one of those subscribers, thank you. We hope you do enjoy our content here at Location Football. Me and Scott set this up a few years back because we love the lower leagues of football and just the exposure and connection you can create with teams at that level. As a through ball from the non-league promoters, and that is the first ball of the day that has gone over the fence. There should be plenty of balls knocking about. We gave them all out. There's eight balls on the pitch. There's one of them. If you are new to the Location Football channel, welcome on board. As I said, mine and Scott's aim is to create engaging football content, and I think some of the balls are not pumped up. Does that one need a pump up? I've got a pump here. I've got a pump there. This is the pump there. What's wrong with the flat? Oh, there's loads down there. There's loads down there. I was pumping those balls up last night. I thought I put enough air in it. Clearly not. But that's good from the referee to spot that. And we move. Good start from both sides out here today. One of the scouts in attendance, because we've got some at different levels. Harlow Town, which is my local team. I live in Essex, have done for the last 7 years. The club had a season off. They had problems with their pitch and a few things, but the club is back and they're looking for some new talent. And so we appreciate Graham coming down today as well. We believe we've got some guys from Lordon and Tiptree, which is another video that we've done. recently. You can go and check out our content online. It's all there. Video formats we've been going for a few years now, and the videos have changed over the years and how we do things, and we're seeing a lot of good numbers from our last 4 or 5 long form videos. So thank you for those that have watched and shared our content. We really do appreciate it. And if there are fans watching from different non-league clubs that would like us to come and visit their club, please do get in touch. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and we're even on TikTok. We've had a few videos on there that have gone viral, as the kids say today. As the non-league promoters build up possession from the back, clip down the line over the fullback's head, and that's a lovely take from the forward player, but it's tidy from the left back. Number 3, Peter. That might be Peter that's come all the way from Birmingham. It's unfortunate. Obviously it's a friendly game here, but Location Football definitely do want to win this one. We do want to have some sort of bragging rights, although we had no hand in selecting the players on our team. The guys at non-league promoters used their database and hand-picked the majority of these players, apart from the one lad, as Callum said, that turned up and just came for a kickabout, hoping that he could get some minutes. I'm not sure whether he's out on the pitch yet, but fair play to him for showing the dedication in wanting to come and get involved in our game as the first chance of the game goes over. And thankfully, the ball didn't go over the fence, but the keeper does have to hop the fence to collect it. Might have an injury there on the pitch. Callum? Oh, Terry's there. And here's our physio, Terry, who is Callum and Liam's dad. He is qualified. He's not just a random man running on the pitch. Just to see how he is. We've got a little break in play here as we tend to an injury. It's been a good game so far. Let us know in the comments what you think of the standard. And if there are any players out there that would like to get involved in a future game, please do get in touch. As I say, follow us on all the socials or go to the nonleaguepromoters.co.uk. The stream's 32 minutes long now so far. It's going well. Apart from the one point when I did click on the wrong button and I cut the wrong camera up. I leant on it accidentally. But we didn't miss anything.
Good. It's been good though.
It's been really good. What I might need... Well, we've got a break in play. Oh, we haven't got a break in play. I was just going to get some water. But it's all right. So Liam just giving out some instructions to the scouts in attendance today that the team sheets are online. So if you are looking and interested in inviting one of these lads down for a trial in pre-season, then the numbers correlate to the players on the pitch. You can get in touch with the non-league promoters on their website, but feel free to get in touch any way, shape or form. Oh. I'll tell you what, I was about to say, looking good here. There's a long ball that's just gone straight into the goalie's hands. It's gone for the World Cup Hollywood ball. And he's unlucky. The cameraman just about caught up with that one. It's happening. We are live on the internet, live streaming a trial game. Location Football down the right-hand side as we are live here on our YouTube channel, Location Football. Myself, Curly, on the commentary, and Lavers on the cameras there. Live action is taking place. This is exciting. Great play from number 7 there as he drives all the way through. And the ball out wide to number 9. The cutback's not quite there. And Location Football come out with the ball. And that's well played from number 2. That's a meaty challenge. That's Jenson Mulqueen, number 2 for Location Football. This is pretty cool, what's happening. A lot of hard work went into this game to get it on. We're thankful for all the players that have come down and got involved in the first ever Be Seen trial game here at Aveley Football Club. Thanks to Craig as well for helping us sort out the pitch hire. And for those watching now, do let us know in the comments if there's any players that you'd like your club to sign. Watching, could you be the eyes for your club who may not be able to watch this game today, but if you're a fan of that team and have spotted someone you like, as I say, head over to the nonleaguepromoters.co.uk or put the number forward to your manager. There will be a water breaks at some point because the heat out there today is very warm as Location Football pick up the ball inside the middle of the park and build up possession down this right-hand side. Just keeping the ball. This is number 11, Max, who lays it back into Jenson. And the ball at the edge of the box just goes over from Location Football. It's good work down the right-hand side there. And for a lot of these players that have never played together before, we're seeing a nice bit of cohesion in the middle of the park. Number 8 for Location Football is Finley Lovatt. I feel a bit like Graham Norton at the Eurovision, just randomly saying people's names and countries. Not that I watched the Eurovision contest, I was made to by my girlfriend. Obviously, it's a big day in the football calendar, in the Premier League. But today, all eyes are on Location Football versus the non-league promoters here at Aveley. As they're looking for a bit of keep ball, Location Football in tight areas, the confidence to play out from the back, but they might have just been caught, and this could be the first goal of the game, and it's not. It's just gone wide by number 9, but it's great pressing from Temi Babalola. Just got caught out in possession there, Location Football. But how good do those kits look? A little bit snug on some of them. They've obviously been hitting the gym. But all in all, looking smart. Liam from the non-league promoters is just having a word with a couple of the scouts there. Maybe someone's caught their eye already. A few misplaced passes now, and Location Football look to rebuild again from the back. Don't get caught in there. This could be good recovery from number 7, Micheal. Clip long down the line. Oh, that's not another ball gone, is it? No, that should stay in play. Well, in the ground, it's not in play. Good touch. Well played. There's a tidy player in the middle there. Finley Lovatt. That's a lovely spray, that. Oh, good touch as well. No one's there. He's got time there. He's not brought it down. But he has found a white shirt. Well played. So this is the first game these lads have all played together. I'm very impressed with the standard. We're just hoping we might get a goal. All right, Liam. Happy with how it's going?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the main thing for us to start off with really was to give people opportunity and get a game of football on, and that's what we've done so far. So, yeah, really happy. Very standard of non-league. You've had a few last-minute letdowns, as we expect in non-league. I drove one of the boys in myself because he couldn't get the train, and the train's up the spout. So yeah, no, I'm really happy to get the game on and you know, hopefully give some of these boys an opportunity.
Yeah, we were worried about players that might pull out. You never know at this level, but credit to all these lads that have turned up today, because not only have they turned up in the boiling heat, but there's some really good players out there. I've been really impressed with the way these lads have started this game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just chatting to a few of the scouts, and you've got a lad in there, Jack Storer, number 10, playing for the non-league promoters. Actually made a few appearances in the championship. Fair play to him, because he's travelled down from up Birmingham, got himself a hotel last night with his missus, and turned up for a game of football just for an opportunity. So yeah, that's really good to see, you know, and hopefully we can find something for him. He started really well.
Yeah, I'll say both teams have looked really good, and see lads are out there trying to showcase what they've got, sometimes probably doing a little bit too much in different areas, but here we go, we've got a chance. He's offside. Lovely finish though. But I think I've been saying it throughout the stream that just to get this game on for us was the biggest challenge, and now it's here and it's actually happening. Yeah. It's great to see, and like I say, the attendance of scouts at different levels that are here in attendance, and those watching at home, there's definitely some talent out there today for them to sort of take note of.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's nice to see you know, a few of our non-league contacts pulling together to get people down here, and speaking to top scout Mark Dorado. He's come down here, to new head scout of Welling, just having a chat with him. He's, you know, put a few players forward for us today that he wanted to have a look at. So, you know, that's the way we like to do it, really. If we can help people out and help them to achieve what they want to achieve, then happy days.
Oh, so I didn't know that. So the beauty of non-league, like you say, is the connection and the communication between everyone working together. So he specifically put forward a couple of players that he'd like to see in game action, because they haven't been able to do that elsewhere. Like, because obviously in the pro leagues they'll have a behind the closed door friendlies, but you can't do that in non-league.
No, you can't. No, that's right. And yeah, we sort of had as you do, a couple of lads drop out last minute. You know. For whatever reasons, and messaged Mark, and he suggested a couple that he quite liked the look of and wanted to get a closer look at. So we invited them down today, and yeah, they've started really well. So yeah, hopefully Mark's happy with it.
I didn't realise the scout was in such close attendance. Maybe that's why. But no, it's great that we've got people wanting to get involved and come down and spend their Sunday morning here. Because like I say, there's a lot going on in the Premier League today, which I'm glad we picked the 11 o'clock kickoff now, because I think at 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock everyone's going to be a little bit busy. But like I say, the players that we've got out on show today, a variety of levels, but you wouldn't say that no one sticks out in a negative way, do they? Everyone's looking a part of it, and doesn't look out of their depth as another ball goes out of the pitch. That's been my biggest concern, is that I was pumping these balls last night, and we've got 8, and there's 2 over the fence already. So it might be a quick whip round at half time to go and collect these balls. But yeah, like I say, going back to what my original point was, is although the players have probably played at different levels, like you said, you've got one lad that's been in the championship, no one sort of looks out of place.
No, I think you know, we're quite keen to. Yeah, I'm always out scouting as non-league promoters.
we've got our own little scouting team, and we're always out watching different levels. Not just non-league football, but potential academy dropouts as well. So I think we've got quite a few Ipswich boys playing in there today. We've got a couple of lads that have been at Colchester Academy. Deese, the 7, was involved with Newcastle for a little while during his early days. So
It's a great ball.
that is a brilliant ball.
Oh,
Unlucky.
unlucky. But the ball over the top there was superb.
Yeah, like we were saying about the academy boys, I think in the blue, the 2 boys in there are both ex-Ipswich.
In the middle of the park?
In the middle of the park.
Yeah, is it Finley?
Finley, no, Finley Lovatt isn't, sorry, but we've got Fraser.
Right.
And we've got Alfie Cutbush. Alfie's just coming
Your
back
team,
from
is he?
Yeah, for my team.
Yeah.
And Alfie Cutbush, the 4 for location.
Oh, right, the guy that said that.
Just had the shot. This is his first game back for, I think, since quite a bad injury. So, again, it's another great reason for us to put this showcase on. You know, lads that have played at a really good standard and been unfortunate with injuries and things like that, now get an opportunity to showcase what they can do to non-league scouts.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. Like I say, it's not just players that have got in touch that want to play, but like for someone who is coming back from injury, how do you go out and get 90 minutes? And, you know, you can do all the park runs and all the personal drills you do, but to go and get 90 minutes somewhere or 60 minutes, however long they get to play today, as I say, everyone will get the same amount of time. It's been sorted out by you guys, but it's important to get things like that, which is, again, testament to the player to coming down just to have a run out.
Exactly, yeah. And like they say, and there's no fitness like football fitness at the end of the day, and you do as much as you want in the gym, but it's really really tough to go on, hit it. Unlucky, well done. Yeah, so yeah, not real nice mixture. I'm really happy with it. Dion in goal there today. Obviously won a promotion with Hornchurch last season.
Yeah. So what's his story at the minute then? Is he still there? Has he just been released? Because obviously we've followed Hornchurch quite a bit on our channel. We were there when Aveley actually beat them in the playoff final at their place. So it must be quite difficult to gain promotion. Is he back there, or has he been told to look for another club?
No, he's obviously come to the end of his contract. Again, he wanted to keep fresh and wanted to keep sharp, and he signed up with a profile with us years ago before he even started with Hornchurch. So we approached him and asked him if he'd like to play. And, you know, it's not just necessarily about finding a team for some of these boys. It is about creating a profile. And you know, you see it with the professional footballers. They have teams that they pay fortunes just to promote their brand, you know. And within non-league, if you can be seen to be playing a good standard of football with good footballers and fitting in, then unlucky. Then you know that might help him 5 years down the line when he's looking for a club because someone watched him, you know. So yeah, it's all makes sense really, I think.
Yeah, with social media and everything like that, you've sort of, there's no excuse not to be able to, that's a lovely little dummy, to put a profile out there because, like I say, I'm 36 and when I was playing, there was no way you could do all this and film yourself and well, you could use my dad's camcorder, but it wasn't of the quality that you get today. And the social media of TikTok and everything like that, where, like I say, we've had videos that have gone over 6 million views about Pat Nash, who I've said it on the stream earlier, who's now at National League Aldershot. He's got a new deal. So it's important that if you can't, you know, not everyone's going to have a TikTok account to put themselves doing skills, but it's games like this where they can showcase what they do, and we can take clips from it if someone scores an absolute worldie or is having a really good game, get some highlights, and also the lads can take the stream as well and take clips from it and say, this was my highlight. So it's not just about what happens today, it's what happens afterwards, which is obviously really important in football to get more eyes on it, because like I say, back when I was playing, it was you had a scout in the stand and that was it, and if they didn't come, they didn't get seen.
That's right, yeah. Have you had any players that have stood out for you today so far, Carls? Obviously, first time seeing a lot of these boys.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to bear with me on names and that, but I've obviously been really impressed with a lot of the players. I thought, and I mentioned his name there, Finley, on our side in the blue. I think he's wearing number 8. Looks really tidy on the ball. 11 here for us, who I believe is Max, if our lineups are correct. But He's down. Well, 11 for the blue down the right hand side has looked decent. Right back as well has been good.
Yeah.
This guy, fullback, loves a little diagonal ping. Does like a diag. So we must be coming up to the first break in terms of a water break, because it is very warm out there today, but we will make in some subs. So how have you gone about choosing how to do this? Is it purely on, that's a beautiful ball, that is a lovely touch, and if he buries that, they're the kind of clips we're talking about, but the Coley's done super well.
Oh wow, great save.
That reminded me of a little bit of the Joe Cole clip that went viral recently, where he brought it down off his chest as the shot goes wide. He's looked lively as well up top.
Movement. Yeah, he has. Temi.
Yeah, I was going to say, Temi Babalola, we've been saying his name quite a bit. I did apologise to people on the stream if I've got any of these names incorrect. These are the first time I'm seeing them and meeting these boys. So I do apologise. But so going back to the substitutions, what's the plans and how difficult is it to sort of put people in different places?
Yeah, it's quite tricky with last minute pull-outs and things like that, but I'm well adverse to that in non-league, managing and coaching over the years, to having to change team lineups and tactics at the last minute. So it's fine. We sort of sat down just before the game, myself and Callum, and wrote down a team that we would be putting on after 30, and then again a team that we would be putting out after 60. So we're quite lucky with a friendly like this that we've got roll on, roll off subs, so it allows us everyone to get a good amount of game time, which is important.
Looks like it's going to be the first sort of drinks break. And this is your substitutions? Are you going to go and make them now? Who's doing them?
We've got Callum, brother Callum, that runs the company with myself, and another Callum as well, who's a scout with me at Colchester United, and also a coach at Maldon and Tiptree this year. So Callum, I thought it was quite a good idea to get Callum down on the sidelines, representing Maldon and Tiptree as well, and he can get to know the lads a bit more personally. So Brilliant.
Well, looking forward to seeing the next group of players that are coming out as we have a quick drinks break here at Aveley. Callum's running around, I think, to get some more water. That we have to. Go and give him a hand, Liam. Thanks for chatting to us.
No worries.
So that's Liam, the brother of Callum at the non-league promoters, who helped us put on this game. It's a real teamwork between the two of us to get this game up and running. So far, the standard's been very good, very happy with it. And thank you for anyone that is watching. And here is a reminder of the team's lineups for you today. Location Football and the non-league promoters. We've got number 1, Dion Curtis. We've got Lordon Akolbire, Peter Mokwenye, Jacob Bland, Joe Alatise, Harry Galzeen, Jolla, Fraser Alexander, Temi Babalola, Jack Storer, Samir Ali, Tom Newman, Paul Ibhadon, Charlie Collis, Axel Kodjo. Axel was the one that turned up on the day. Didn't know he was coming, absolutely got no problem with that. Saw it online, wanted to get involved and came down, and he will be getting a game, I'm sure, at some point. And we've got goalkeeper James Askew, who will be making an appearance as well. The goalies, as we've said earlier on, we've got 3 of those, and they'll all get equal amount of time. So I would be shocked if one of them didn't go in goal now. The lads are just going to go through their final substitutions. We'll leave the team lineups just up at the minute, so anyone watching at home can sort of familiarise themselves with who's who. The referee's having a little drinks break as well. Thank you to anyone who is sticking with us on this stream at the minute and watching online. At this point, it's probably worth saying to you guys, our next Location Football video will be out next Sunday, and it is a belter, let me tell you that. We went down to Dorking Wanderers to speak to Mark White. Everyone knows who Mark White is. You've seen him on the Bunch of Amateurs and across TikTok and everything like that. He is a brilliant character. Unfortunately, Dorking suffered their first relegation
in the club's history. But to put that into context, they've had 12 promotions in 25 years. So we went down and had a chat with Mark to see, first of all, how does it feel to taste relegation for the first time? What's happening at the club that's different now that they're in the National League South, which is a league that they're familiar with? And it's a brilliant interview, if I do say so myself. More so for Mark than, obviously, me. But it's there, it's edited, it will go out next Sunday. There'll be clips going out throughout the week to showcase what we have in store. He's a brilliant, brilliant man, and we do thank Dorking Wanderers for all their help in sorting that out. That's James Lampard. He's been following the club up and down the country in the National League. And I'm going to have a little drinks break myself. The game will resume in about 1 minute's time, I would imagine. Cam 2, ready to go. Here we go, guys. The game is commencing. So what I will do now is just go through some of the comments that have been sent to us during this. We do appreciate it. Obviously, we understand it's a Sunday morning. People are obviously doing things, but obviously this game will be up on our channel for the whole time. So to give Elfin 2005 an idea, he says, what's going on here? Well, a game of football is taking place between the non-league promoters and location football. I'm hoping the fact that you're on our channel, you've understood that what we're about. We are a non-league YouTube channel that is hoping to promote players and teams at the grassroots level. We're all about creating entertaining content, visiting different clubs up and down the country. But what is happening right in front of your eyes right now is a trial game. So we have selected 30 players who have been either released from academies or their contracts come to an end at the club they're playing at, and they just want to get some minutes in and sort of put themselves out there to any scouts that are watching online. But also we have scouts in attendance watching. So that's what's happening. This will be live on our channel. It will stay up there. Scouts can watch it at any time they want, and hopefully we can put some of these players in football clubs. Okay, so Xtro says hello there. So we say hello there. Royston Town Fan Club, who watches all of our videos and also comments on every single video. Massive Royston Town fan, obviously, because your Twitter name, sorry, not your Twitter name, your YouTube name is Royston Town Fan Club. You've said dodgy striker. I'm not going to ask you which striker that was, but I've been really impressed with the talent that's been on display today. Number 7 there doing some lovely footwork as the non-league promoters have the ball down the right-hand side. Jabari Reynolds is 6 for blue. Deese Kasinga used to be a Football Manager wonder kid. Good few touches so far while watching. Let me check for you. And I can confirm that is Deese Kasinga. So that could be a penalty. We do have our first penalty. So that's really cool there, Jabari, that you've noticed that. Number 6 is Deese Kasinga. And appreciate the comment afterwards. Love what you guys are doing, by the way. Thank you very much. We are doing our best to promote grassroots football and also have a lot of fun at the same time. And one of the best things about non-league is that the access you get at a lot of clubs, and people have been great to us. Now, this would have been an interesting topic. Who takes the penalties? So we've got number 7, Jolla, who's going to take the penalty. Oh, what a save! Unbelievable. Is that a goalie that's just turned up on the day? Amazing. Lastminute.com. Is that James Askew? The one and only. The one and only James Askew has just saved an incredible penalty. That could be a viral clip. Anyone watching, do keep your comments coming in. If there's anything you want to ask us while you're watching this game unfold, it is still 0-0. But we've had a penalty saved by Location Football goalkeeper James Askew, who's come onto the pitch. And that's probably his first touch of the game. I might be incorrect there, but I'm going to, once I watch the footage back later on, first touch of the game is to save a penalty, and he's just sprayed one out of his left foot there to the fullback. This is great to see both teams communicating with each other. The Blues trying to organise the back four and who's marking who. And they've never met each other before. Really happy with how this is going for us with the stream. It's our first one on the channel. If it goes well, maybe we'll do some more. I mean, it's hard to get a game on every other week, but maybe we're looking at potentially doing something in January, and when the transfer window opens as such. But as we know in non-league, it never really shuts. But you always see people moving about at different times. So it could be that if players are without a club at that time, we could get another one on. But who knows? Let's not run before we can walk. This is the first game. Hopefully it all goes to plan. That's a great touch there as well. Oh, he's gone to ground there. Ref's played on. If it did happen to be a foul, I think it was an accident. Oh, it's a lovely touch. Oh, we've got a nutmeg. That is unbelievable. Number 3, well played, Peter. Ah, he's offside. Linesman spoiled it. Lavers, give us a thumbs up if you got the nutmeg. Ah, we've got a nutmeg. Beautiful stuff. Just having some light refreshments here in the commentary box on my own. Talking you through this game and watching the football unfold. Again, if you are just joining us here on the Location Football YouTube channel, this is our Be Seen trial game in collaboration with the non-league promoters. 30 players looking to get a contract, scouts in attendance and hopefully watching at home. With the aim here for players to get noticed and picked up and hopefully find a club for the 2024-25 season. And if there's any players that you like on display, the team lineups are on our social channels. And you can obviously get in the comments, message us directly, and we'll give you more info about the player. This lad looks lively as well. He's had some lovely touches in the middle, good movement. That could be a foul. That might be the first foul of the game. Played at a good tempo this match. I think we're looking for a sub, number 2. Looking to come off, I think. Oh. Callum Stringer, substitute. Ah, that's casual. Lovely head back to the goalkeeper. We're looking to make a substitution. Hold the play there. We're going to make a substitution. Well played, number 2. I thought he's had a very good game so far. Jenson. On comes number 3. Who is Charlie? Charlie Stallard. Go well, Charlie. So Liam, to my right, is just now having a chat with the scout from Welling to see if there's any players that have taken his fancy so far. Technically, I overheard him saying that some of the boys have looked really tidy on the ball. So, you know, it's difficult for these players to, you know, really showcase their skills in a game where you're playing with players that you don't know. But a few of these lads look very, very tidy on the ball. And they don't look out of place in, you know, we're not talking step 6, 7 or anything like that. We're looking at players that could go into step 4, step 5, and that is the first goal of the game is an absolute rocket. That is Temi Babalola. His name's been mentioned a few times. I think he wanted the penalty as well, but he's just absolutely rifled one into the top corner. So that is half-time here at the Location Football Non-League Promoters match. We'll put the team lineups back on, and we will try and grab some of the players as they have a quick rest. So it's half time at the Be Seen trial game. Just a reminder of the players that are on display today for anyone watching. You've got both lineups currently on the stream, and we've also got the lineups out on social media. The score doesn't matter, but it is 1-0 to the non-league promoters. Goal scored by Temi Babalola, who I believe was at Potter's Bar and is the player that Liam gave a lift to this morning. So it doesn't get much more non-league than that. But we're coming round for a quick turnaround for the second half. It's just a quick break for the players. It's a quick turnaround. The second half is getting underway. So I'm hoping to have a quick word with one of the players that has just come off. He's just catching his breath because it is hot out there. Second half is about to get underway. There will be another 15-minute break for the guys to have another water break. It is very warm out there. But the whole purpose of this video is to see if any of these players can get picked up by the scouts. First goal scorer, Temi Babalola, looks lively up top and has done a great job so far. And we're going to get back underway with our match officials. James Askew in the purple goalie top has done a great job so far. His first touch was saving a penalty. Oh, there's a foul there. Lively start from number 2, Lordon. Non-league promoters have started the second half very well, and they've got a corner. Great header. Just over the top there by the non-league promoters, who have started the second half extremely well and are looking to capitalise on their 1-0 lead as location football play out from the back. With number 12, who is one of our subs that has just come on, Callum. Boom. Straight down the wing. Difficult ball to deal with. Oh, and he's put the pressure on, but he's going to try and get round him. He's done well there. Yeah. Well, can he hold it? He's flicked it on lovely. Whoa, bit tight. That's going to be a foul. Lovely touch. Great ball. Lovely footwork. Oh, the worst thing about that was the linesman putting his flag up. Some great work down the right-hand side by the non-league promoters. The link-up play, it's like they've all played together before. But we move, and that is some great footwork. And they just put a little bit too much on that ball. So yeah, it must be difficult as a goalkeeper. You know, he's just been promoted to the National League South with Hornchurch. Contract ending, so you don't really know where you're standing yet. Maybe there's conversations that have been had for Dion. But thank you for taking the time out and joining us today on the first ever Be Seen trial game. Like I say, some of these players are looking for clubs, some of these players are getting the minutes in, and you never know who's watching. But a few of these players out there today have already put in a good shift. And I think the scouts in attendance would be quite happy with what they're seeing so far. I'm just presuming anyone in a baseball cap is a scout. Or Tony Pulis. We've got a little bit of shade cover on the pitch now, which is good. And it has a couple of flies in and around the commentary box, but we move. Tidy footwork again in the middle from Location Football. Really impressed with the level and standard of these players. Number 15, who's one of the substitutes that has just come on. Oh, lovely touch. And that's a foul. Oh, he's unlucky. Could have played the advantage. Referee's doing a fantastic job for us today. Decent officials. Looking after proceedings here at Aveley as Location Football just lose possession in the final third of the pitch. Comment coming in from Azam Malik, who says number 6 for the Whites has been immense. Incredible. The Blues aren't getting past him. Well, number 6 is Harry. And you might be right. They've looked very solid at the back. Non-league promoters as they find their way out into the middle of the park. Dispossessed in the middle. Oh, lovely touches. He's coming on your back. You're going to have to be quicker. Oh, good turn. Number 6 for Location Football. Little roll over. A couple of scouts in the vision there. And it's just gone out of play. Strong play from number 2, but just a little bit too strong as Location Football get a free kick down the left-hand side. It's a low ball into the box, dealt with by the non-league promoters. He's done well there to get that out of there. Different levels of scouts that are here today watching this game, and hopefully those watching either live on the stream or perhaps later down the line are impressed with the standard of players that we've got out here today. I know we are. It's you never know with these things, and obviously as it's our first live stream football match, you don't know what the calibre of players that you might get, but the boys at the non-league promoters have done a fantastic job in selecting and getting these players to come down here today. So once again, a big thank you to all the players that are here on the pitch in attendance, and they're putting on a good display for the people watching. If you are watching the stream and looking at these players and wondering how you can get in touch with them, then do go to the non-league promoters website, which is the nonleaguepromoters.co.uk, and all the profiles are on there. Type in the player's name and you'll see where they've been, what they've been up to, and then there'll be contact details on there. As Location Football are down the left-hand side with some great trickery, but the shot just goes over the bar. Variety of players on display at different levels, but none of them look out of place. So hopefully we can get a few players picked up or can get a trial, and we'll try and follow their progress as the season comes to fruition. Obviously the season for these players has just finished, so about a month ago. So some of them probably been on their holidays or looking to go away, so fitness may have dropped, but looking out there today, these lads are in good nick. Fitness levels are good, so fair play to them for staying in shape and keeping on top of everything to be able to play in this game today. It's an accidental handball there, but it's well played from number 14, Location Football. That's a lovely spray out to the right back. That's another ball just gone out of play, but thankfully not over the fence. We appreciate anyone watching this stream as it goes out live, and for anyone who's watching it afterwards, we hope you get everything out of it that you need in terms of players that you might look to bring into your football club. A little bit too much play in the middle there from Location Football. It was a fast start in the first half as the plane and helicopter makes its way over the pitch at the same time. They are next to each other. It looks like a Spitfire. Anyway, back to the action. Do let us know in the comments if you are watching any players that you think your club should be looking at. Do have a look. Do get in the comments if you can. And whilst we're live, I will answer every single one of them. There's a shot from distance and a great save. Cameraman was a bit slow to that one. He puts his hand up and apologised. But I can tell you, it was a great save from James Askew. He'll probably be annoyed that that clip's not available for him to see if the camera whip wasn't quick enough. But it's our first stream. We all make mistakes. Is he going to get to that corner? It's gone out a little bit. Believe that is the next drinks break quickly, as it is still very warm out there. Some of the players will just limber up. As Callum and his team look to put the next players out there. I think that's a change of goalies. I think that's the end of Dion's game today. He's played the first hour of the match and done a great job in goal. He's played some lovely balls out the back. Obviously, all these players' profiles will be available on the non-league promoters website, so do take a look. And here a reminder of those players. Mr. Method is asking, what do you guys think the final score will be? Well, that is an interesting question. It's probably the most irrelevant part of today's game, funnily enough. When is the scoreline ever not important? But it is currently 1-0 to the non-league promoters. We've had a few chances on goal, but just nothing's hit the target yet. So I would be surprised if it ends up a high-scoring game. I think it could be a 2-1. I'm going to go 2-1 Location Football just because we are the boys in blue. Temi just making his way through the stream. So on the screen at the minute, you can see the lineups of the players taking part today from the non-league promoters and Location Football teams. The players are talking to themselves, and I think we're going to get a chat with the goal scorer, Temi Babalola. He's just getting some water. He is the first goal scorer of the game. He is the only goal scorer of the game. Is he playing or is he coming on? Is he a sub? Is he coming on for a bit? No, he's not. Is he a sub? Been sub for a bit. So he played the full 60. Doesn't he? Can do both. I can just do one. As the players come back round. The main man, Temi. How are you, mate?
Fine,
Thanks for joining us on this stream as the game's about to kick off. So, just tell us before we get into what's going on today, where were you last season? What's your footballing background? What's your story?
Last season I was at Potters Bar Football Club. I started at Haringey, had a few injuries, didn't turn out so well. Ended up at Potters Bar, made it at home, played good football, enjoyed it, and then got goals and I was enjoying myself, to be fair.
So what's happened then? How comes are you looking for a club now then? Is that the sort of situation? Are you going back there?
Every opportunity is always welcome, innit? In terms of a showcase. You want to show how good you are, show what you've been doing all season. Obviously, it's off season, isn't it? So you're not as fit.
I was going to say, what are your plans? Yeah, what have been your plans since the season finished? What, in middle of April, I think it was around that time. So what have you been doing?
Just literally resting, recovering, having a bit of fun with people you don't get to see during the season and whatnot. But yeah, now it's back to work.
Yeah.
Getting ready for pre-season, really. Pre-season, basically.
Yeah, when does that start for you? Obviously, I know today you probably had a little bit of a break before you've come into playing in this game, but when do you start getting back into it? And do you do it on your own first? Is that what you do? You work on yourself?
Yeah, you got to work on yourself. I feel like away from football, you've always got to work. So when I get the opportunity, make sure I'm working. And before pre-season, you do your own thing in the gym and runs. You try to get your 10Ks and 50Ks. Yeah.
Yeah. How good is the level now in non-league? I know so Potters Bar was in the Isthmian Premier League, and we've been following games, National League South, but those top 3 leagues is such good football as well now. I think people underestimate the level of non-league.
I feel like people are starting to come around, like in terms of non-league, they've got players. There's good football going on there. Obviously, more times kick. But it's enjoyable though, man.
Yeah.
You see some decent players and you discover new talent on the league. So yeah, it's very good.
What are your ambitions? Obviously, to play at the highest level. But how old are you now, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 23.
23. So
23 in March.
Still young, still a young puppet to a degree.
Yeah,
but obviously, you got your players that are 17, 18. But where do you hope to take your football?
As far as I can take it, to be honest. I feel like this year, when I went to Potters Bar, it made me realise what I wanted and how to get there. In terms of how they welcomed me, they gave me obviously the vision they saw for me, and I carried it out to an extent. Scored about 12 goals since November. So yeah, it was good, man.
So what was the conversation at the end of last season? If you scored a decent amount of goals, what have they said over there?
They obviously want me to come back. But football, you want to go.
Oh,
yeah.
So it's not. So you've got the opportunity to go back, but you're now just looking to.
Yeah,
keep your eyes open.
Exactly.
Oh, I love it, mate. Love it.
The aim is to play higher. So
yeah.
I've played at Step 2. I've played National League South I played Concord for 3 years, Hampton and Richmond for a year. I played at Cheshunt as well. So
with Craig.
Exactly. Yeah.
How was that?
It was alright. He's a good lad.
Yeah. We love Craig. We've been down there a few times at Cheshunt. I'm local. I'm a Harlow boy, but I've been down to Cheshunt and I know they had a lot of players when they were in the National League South. It was the merry-go-round of players, but that's
football sometimes, isn't it? You got to accept that.
Especially in non-league, when a lot of these players, the 1 minute, they're there for 6 weeks, and it's like they're leaving because travelling comes into it as well. How difficult is that for you? Have you got a job as well? What else do you do?
I study at the moment.
Amazing.
So I'm finishing my studies hopefully in a month or 2. And then, it's football. Hands-on, obviously get a job, and then football's going to take me to the top.
Yeah,
hopefully.
That's it, mate. Yeah. Well, you say take it to the top.
Yeah.
You haven't done too bad out there today because the goal you scored was an absolute rocket.
It was all right. Instinctive finish.
Yeah, instinctive. Well, that will be clipped up and that will go on our socials and everything like that, so we can definitely get that over to you. But what is it about the showcase games? And I would like to say for us, this is the first time we're doing it. Obviously, our background and being at Sky Sports and Soccer AM and all that. So for us to see this happening is amazing. But sort of what made you want to get involved and sort of put your name on the list?
I feel like after the season's over for me, I kind of switch off a little bit. And when I play these games, it wakes me up again. Like, mate, you said you want to be here, but this game is going to show you where you are and what you need to do and whatnot. And yeah, that's why I came. I wanted to test myself. I wanted to keep my body ticking over as well. So yeah.
And did you want the penalty?
I did want the penalty. I wanted it bad, but I didn't want to cause a scene.
We did think that. We weren't actually sure how that was going to go down, but
thought,
someone grabbed it, and then I think it was the keeper's first touch to be able to just pluck one out of his left hand. So maybe it was an opportunity missed. Do you take pens as well? Is that your thing?
Yeah, I like to take penalties. As a number 9, you want to take penalties, innit? You want to step up and you want to score for your team every time you get a chance. So it was a bit sad, but I got to go in the end anyway.
You did get to go. So for anyone watching that has seen you play before, how would you describe your style of play? If you were describing it to one of the scouts today, how would you describe yourself?
I'd say I'm a big man that can go in behind. I can play to feet. Like I said, I'm very nifty. I use both feet. So yeah, I'm a bit of everything. I'll give you a bit of everything, to be honest. I'm an all-round striker. That's what I said.
you are a bit of a unit.
Yeah.
You're a big lad. Let's say you do get in behind. We were quite concerned when some of the players turned up that the kit weren't going to fit. So I don't know how much juggling
I was concerned when I saw it myself.
Is it just a medium? Or so thankfully that some of the kit, because like I say, for us, it was meant to happen last year, but it didn't quite happen for different reasons. But so thank you so much for your time, Temi. I wish you all the best in your career. But we will be following it, and don't worry, I will clip up that goal for you from the stream, and it'll be out on the socials.
Thank you.
Top man, thank you, mate.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, Temi.
See ya.
Because he scored an absolute rocket. Did you see it? So that was Temi Babalola there. Great lad, 23 years old. He's an absolute unit. Obviously goes in the gym, does a lot of work. So if anyone is looking for a striker out there, he has played Step 2 football. And he did score an absolute rocket for us today, which we will put out on the socials. It's an interesting story there that Temi was saying, is that he's not been released from a club. Obviously the contract does end and Potters Bar do want him back. He has scored 12 goals, but he's just looking at his options, which is the right thing to do for someone who's got an ambition to kick on. And that's not saying that Potters Bar is not a good level. Potters Bar is a very good level. We've been there and filmed some videos up there. At the time we went, they had a very young manager, and they're a good side. They're a good side, Potters Bar, and a lovely setup they've got over there as well. They've probably got one of the best food halls that we've seen in non-league. And they do watch the football. They've had England games out there as well. And it's a real good environment to go and watch the game. So if you are in the local area of Potters Bar and you want to get down to a game and go and watch your football with no VAR, then we do recommend Potters Bar. And there are a lot of teams in the non-league system that are really good to go to. You know, we've been here before at Aveley in their new stadium. It's a good atmosphere. We were here for the Horsham game in the cup final. That's a great header. And we've got our second goal of the game. Unfortunately, it's gone to the non-league promoters, but we're all friends here. And that makes the score 2-0. So my 2-1 production, my 2-1 prediction is gone out the window. Yeah. So Callum's just telling me that Dion's going to come out for a chat, goalkeeper who was at Hornchurch last season. So we're going to wait and find out what the story is there. But it's 2-0 to the non-league promoters. But as I said, the score is irrelevant. It's all about how these boys produce on the pitch, as the scouts watch on and take a look and see anyone that they might like. And I'm sure there'll be some conversations happening at the end of the game as James Askew catches that one comfortably and plays out from the back. Like I say, I'm really impressed with the talent that's been on display today. The boys are playing some lovely football. I thought he was going to rifle and hit that one. He does with his left peg. I believe the goalkeeper Dion is coming to have a little chat with us now. Hello, mate. You all right? Come take a seat, Dion. Didn't take long for you to get changed.
I couldn't, mate, in an hour. That's around me.
You smell absolutely incredible. What are you wearing?
Tom Ford.
Tom Ford, yeah.
Mrs. Present, yeah.
Oh, lovely. So Dion, just tell us a bit about your background and where you've been last season and what your current status is.
Last season I was at Hornchurch. Obviously we've done quite well, got promoted to the National League, so there's no certainty whether what's happening next year anyway. Having a sort of chat with the manager at the moment, so see what happens there. But looking to make sure I'm carrying on playing games. Played sort of half the season roughly last year through injury. Took me out for a bit as well, and just sort of bit of dip in form and things like that as well. So hopefully, same thing next year. Get on, keep playing as many games as I can. So
when do those conversations happen with the manager? And are they obviously they've gone up a level and they've gone up to a very good level, International League South, and obviously as a goalkeeper, it's very difficult. You don't want to be number 2. You want to be out playing.
No,
so
we've already had a brief conversation sort of thing, and he just said, look, he said, I can't promise you you'll be playing, I can't promise you won't be playing. He said, you know how football works, and I just said, no, that's fine. He said, look, you've done well last year. He said, you're good around the team. Do you know what I mean? We've had a good group. We want to try and keep as much of that group as we can. So I enjoyed it there last year. Do you know what I mean? All the lads were great shift. Manager came in, obviously, with a change as well. Didn't change much, but we sort of didn't stop us, carried on going the way we were going. So, yeah, I mean, next year we'll see what happens soon. So.
Yeah, how difficult was that with the change of manager? Because obviously Steve Morrison came in
done a good job.
And done a really good job. And obviously there was a lot of chat on social media. Obviously, he was managing in the Championship. Could you see the changes that he'd made and brought in from the Football League into Hornchurch?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's what, obviously, with the level that he's played at and managed at, and the fact that he's not too long retired as a player himself, he came in and he sort of implemented quite a lot of stuff. This is how I want things done, simple as that. And the boys just took it on straight away. And it worked. Every night in training, done different things, and it was just flowing football. And then pretty much every week we took it into the Saturday, and most teams just couldn't cope with it. So it was good.
So what level are you looking to get in at? If it doesn't work out at Hornchurch and you do decide mutually, or you decide however you want to play it, what are you looking to get into at?
Definitely a step up. So obviously we played the Essendon Premier League last year, so the National League South is the sort of lowest I'd want to be at. So like I said, there's a good chance I could stay at Hornchurch next year as well, see what the gaffer says and things like that as well. But if I get a chance to possibly go higher up, then obviously that's also an option as well. So I want to try and push myself as much as I can and try and keep playing games. I'm still only 26, so I've still got a while to.
Yeah, you're still young as a goalkeeper. A lot of goalkeepers don't come into their prime, as they say, like a little bit later on. But at 26, it's a great age to get in there. So how difficult is it for you in the off season to find a club? What do you do? Do you put your name out there? Is there an agent involved? What have you got going on?
I do have an agency that I'm obviously signed with, but at the same time, everyone knows football. It's all about who you know, especially since post-COVID and stuff. It's all about, obviously, a lot of clubs don't have as much money as they did before and things like that as well. So, obviously, I'll speak to as many people as I can who I've networked with over the years. Obviously, the agency will speak to their people and things like that as well. So, just be a case of word of mouth, really. A lot of it's through who you know. So
a lot of it's down, like you say, to yourself and putting the work in. So what? Obviously, I know the guys got you involved today as well. So what are the benefits of playing in a game like this for someone like yourself?
Well, it's just another chance to play football, really. Do you know what I mean? I know the season only just finished, but I sort of didn't play towards the end of the season. So to come out here and play a bit of football and that is always a good opportunity. It's always a bit of fun in that as well. It's a good setup, a very good setup, and obviously it's helped out.
Yeah, surprised us as well.
Yeah, it helps out a lot of players. And then even to be fair, the quality of the game is actually a lot better than what I probably thought it would be. There's some decent players and there's been some good play involved as well. So
yeah, I think that was the big thing for us. Obviously, from our side of things with the production and the setup, we were unaware of sort of what the level was.
Yeah, and there was meant to be one last year, wasn't
there?
There
was, but then we learned a few things that you can't play games in June, and there's a few things, but this is all done legitimately and everything. It's going really well. So yeah, I guess for you as well as a goalkeeper, how difficult is it when you've got a back four that you've never played with? Do you have to have those conversations, or you don't really worry about it?
No, it's one of them ones where in the change room, sort of try and get to know who the back four are. As soon as you get on the pitch, just double check names because I forget straight away. So yeah, literally, that was about to blow. Double check the names, and then to be fair, I'm somebody who don't sharp when I play, so I just constantly talk because it keeps me concentrated, switched on, keeps them switched on. So I'm constantly saying their names, so I don't tend to forget it. So it's all right, to be fair.
At this level as well, a lot of people are part-time in terms of they have a job as well. What do you do for a living as well?
So I work in shipping, like a freight forwarding company, Monday to Friday, and then I also coach young goalkeepers part-time as well. So and then obviously play football part-time.
So how do you find time for that? Your missus must hate you.
To be fair, she lives in London.
Right.
So it's one of them ones where sort of I finish work on a Friday, travel up. Obviously, usually plan on a Saturday, spend a bit of the weekend together, and I'll head back during the week again. So yeah, I'm a hectic person.
That is a busy life.
Is,
how do you find the travelling? Is that something that comes into it?
I'm used to. I've been like before COVID and stuff. When I was playing full time, I was living in Ipswich. Before I moved to Peterborough, I was travelling up and down a lot. Then I've moved to Palace in London. Again, half the time I was there, I was travelling from Ipswich to London every day.
So where were you full time?
Peterborough and Palace, and then Crawley for a bit after lockdown. So yeah.
Oh wow! Who's your team? Who do you support?
Arsenal fan.
Oh, me too.
So,
so we'll wrap it up by how do you feel like that's going to go today for the Gooners?
I mean, realistically, I don't see City dropping points. No. I mean, they're just levels above everyone else. They're too good. I mean, I still think it's been a successful season for Arsenal. Like you look at the team we've got, who we've brought in, the way we're playing football. I mean, if we lose to City by 2 points, you look at their team, we still finished, 8 points clear of Liverpool as well. So it's a great season. It's just people are struggling to compete with City because how good they are. So I wouldn't say it's been a bad season. It's been a good season. We're still challenging. We're just still probably one or two players off from really sort of competing with them. But again, like I said, if hopefully West Ham can do a job for us today, let's nick a draw and then we can go and win. But
here's hoping. Dion, thanks for your time, mate.
Cheers,
really
mate.
appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
All the best. We'll keep an eye on Dion's future after today's game. As I said, he's played the first 60 minutes of today's trial game. He's already ready, dressed. Looks like he's ready for a night out, to be honest. Smells incredible as well. Sports bar. There we go, to watch the football later on. So if you are joining us, that was Dion there. He was at Hornchurch last season, in and out of the squad, but then had played a lot of football and is just keeping his options open. So we thank him for coming down today and joining us on this stream, and hopefully he's got everything out of today's match that he did. So Liam's just chatting to a few of the other players that have played their full 60 minutes of today's game. So the other players on the pitch now will finish the game, bar any injuries that we hopefully don't see. It's been a really good contested game, as Dion said. The level has probably surprised quite a few people, and hopefully those getting involved today will want to get involved again, but hopefully they go out and find a club. So as I say, we are looking to do this again, hopefully before the end of next season, maybe halfway through. It's always tricky to put these games on. But we will be looking to continue this, at least to do it again next season. That is a wonderful take down the left-hand side from number 7. That is beautiful as he plays it inside. Location football will find themselves 2-0 down, but the scoreline is not important. It's how these lads perform, and there have been some really good performances out there today, and we've been really happy with the level and how this stream is going. We do hope you're enjoying it at home. If you are joining us just now, it's the Be Seen trial game between non-league promoters and Location Football. Plenty of conversations happening in the stands here, camera side. So a few players are chatting to a few scouts as the game goes on. They've played their full 60 minutes as the ball is sprayed out to the left-hand side and intercepted by the full-back for Location Football. The commitment of one of the lads as well came down from up north and booked a hotel, stayed the night with his partner, and they're there today in attendance to make sure that he could get on the pitch and get some minutes in. So that's the sort of commitment we've had here today, which has been absolutely brilliant. You know, not everyone can do that. I understand that with cost of living and stuff, but the commitment showed by, I believe it was number 10 for non-league promoters who had a spell at Ipswich. But the commitment to take any opportunity that comes your way, that's what you've got to do. That's what Temi was saying on the stream. You know, he might be back at Potter's Bar, but the opportunity to come and play in a game, ticking over, see where he's at, and then he can make a decision in terms of where's his fitness at in the off-season and then get back to it. You'll find your level, is what he was insinuating there. As Location Football pass the ball out from the back. Good intricate passing. Both teams keeping the ball very well here today on what has been a very hot morning. It's only 12:30 and these lads have been out there since 11. As the ball is played back to our goalkeeper in the black jersey. I think the other goalie top was a little bit too hot for him. Turning on it. Inside the non-league promoters half. Ball is played out wide to the left. Lavers is finding his focus. He can't get around that way. Got a couple of scouts' heads in the way. Ball played inside and the non-league promoters bring the ball out into the middle of the park. Yeah, the ball clipped over the top. That's a lovely spray. Down the right-hand side. Communication from the full-back. And he receives the ball. Looking for help. Plays it inside. Lovely feet. Lovely feet. Lovely goal. That is a brilliant finish. I believe that is the lad that I was just telling you about who's come down in a hotel. Stayed overnight. And that's paid off. Number 10. I'm starting to think non-league promoters put all their top talent on one side. It's 3-0 to the non-league promoters. Can't stress it enough. The scoreline is irrelevant. It's just an opportunity for these boys to get involved. And I'm looking over my left-hand side now and I'm seeing a player put his number into a scout's phone, I believe. That could be good. Oh, gone to ground there. Now, I'm pretty sure in a real match that would be a yellow card. But he's going to get the benefit of the doubt here. And it's just going to be a free kick. This is the conversation I was talking about. Lavers picked up on it. Someone's having a conversation. Is it going to be, do you want to come play for us next season, or could this just be friends? But it's good to see the players integrating with the people in the stands, having conversations. This is what it's all about. It's about networking and getting your name out there and speaking to the right people to find a club at the start of the season. As that ball is whipped in, it's a header. Oh, it's come off the post, but there is the second attempt. But the linesman's doing his job, and the ball has gone in the net, but it will not count. That is offside. And non-league promoters are playing with the ball out on the pitch, down the left-hand side. Well kept in. Looking for a foul, doesn't get it. Here we go. Down the left-hand side with number 11. Probably fouled, but he's got the benefit of the doubt. Good work there from the centre mid of the non-league promoters. And there you have it. That is full time here on Location Football Stream. We'll be back in just a minute. So Callum and Liam are just going to have a chat with the players who took part today. We're going to get a nice big photo, but let us know in the comments what you think of the standard of players today. We've had a look at a lot of them and been very impressed with a few players in particular. And hopefully some of these lads can now find a club, as they just say their thanks. And if you are interested in any of the players, then do let us know. You can find all the information at the nonleaguepromoters.co.uk. So that is it from us here at Aveley Football Club. Big thank you for those of you that have stayed on and watched the game. And if you are a scout watching, then you can get in touch with either Location Football or the non-league promoters. Their website is the nonleaguepromoters.co.uk. The team lineups have been available on social media, so if there's anyone that you like the look of, then do get in touch. From myself and Scott at Location Football, thank you very much for watching. As I mentioned at the start of the stream, our next video is out on Sunday, and that is with Dorking Wanderers manager Mark White. So do stay tuned for that. Get in the comments. We'll still continue to answer those, even though the game has finished. And we look forward to seeing you all on the channel soon. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.